King Willem-Alexander and Queen Maxima illuminate Amsterdam with royal glamour at diplomatic gala. The cobbled streets of Amsterdam shimmered under the soft glow of twilight on May 12, as a carriage of regal tradition and modern diplomacy swept through Dam Square. It was the evening of the annual gala dinner for the diplomatic corps, one of the grandest fixtures on the Dutch royal calendar, hosted by their Majesties King Willem-Alexander and Queen Maxima at the Royal Palace of Amsterdam. The setting was magnificent. The Royal Palace, with its Baroque grandeur and centuries of history etched into every marble column and crystal chandelier, stood proudly against the evening sky. But on this particular night, it was not just a beacon of historical opulence, it became the nucleus of international dialogue, cultural refinement, and royal elegance. This grand occasion was not merely a royal dinner, it was a living tableau of diplomacy, a ballet of global unity, and a testament to the Dutch monarchy's enduring role in the tapestry of international relations. Let us take you, step by step, through this enchanting evening that masterfully blended regal protocol, fashion brilliance, and subtle political messages into a seamless spectacle of grace and significance. The Royal Palace of Amsterdam, built in the 17th century as the city's town hall before being transformed into a royal residence, came alive with ceremony. The centuries-old building, a silent witness to revolutions, coronations, and global transitions, once again stood as a centerpiece of grandeur. As dusk descended, the palace's grand entrance was bathed in warm golden lighting, casting majestic shadows upon the red carpet unfurled with precision. Guests arrived in diplomatic order, ambassadors, foreign dignitaries, and senior officials from every corner of the globe. The air buzzed with anticipation, but all eyes were on the hosts of the evening, King Willem-Alexander and Queen Maxima. Queen Maxima, the Argentine-born queen consort known for her radiant charm and impeccable sense of fashion, appeared as the epitome of regal beauty. Wearing a deep emerald velvet gown that swept elegantly across the marble floors, she captivated everyone in the room. The dress, designed by her trusted couturier Jan Tominio, featured subtle beaded embellishments that glistened like stardust under the chandeliers. Her choice of jewels spoke volumes. Draped across her neckline was the historic Dutch emerald Pereire tiara, a piece worn only for the most stately affairs. It was not just an accessory but a symbol of heritage and continuity, connecting the House of Orange-Nassau to its illustrious past. With her hair styled in a classic updo and her graceful demeanor reflecting both warmth and poise, Queen Maxima was not merely dressed for the occasion, she was the occasion. At her side stood King Willem-Alexander, exuding quiet strength and dignity. In full formal attire, with his ceremonial sash and royal orders proudly displayed, the monarch was a picture of regal assurance. He greeted every guest with a handshake and a knowing smile, his years of diplomatic experience shining through in every gesture. Willem-Alexander is not a passive figurehead. As King of the Netherlands, his role is constitutional yet deeply symbolic. His presence at the gala was a powerful affirmation of the Netherlands' commitment to peaceful diplomacy, mutual respect, and international cooperation. In his brief yet poignant speech during the dinner, he emphasized the importance of dialogue, the shared values of humanity, and the Netherlands' open-door approach to global partnerships. The room responded with solemn applause, not out of obligation, but in recognition of the sincerity behind his words. One of the evening's greatest spectacles was not just the grandeur of the palace or the splendor of the royal couple, but the dignitaries themselves. The diplomatic corps, representing over 120 nations, arrived in a kaleidoscope of cultural finery. From African embroidered robes to Southeast Asian silk ensembles, from Middle Eastern gold-threaded jackets to European classic tuxedos, the royal palace became a runway of global tradition. The interactions were equally illuminating. Conversations flowed not only in Dutch and English but in French, Spanish, Arabic, Mandarin, and countless other languages. It was more than a dinner, it was a convergence of worldviews. Inside the ornate ballroom, tables were adorned with gilded cutlery, fine Dutch porcelain, and delicate floral arrangements composed entirely of native tulips and rare orchids. The five-course menu was a culinary masterpiece, curated by the palace's head chef in collaboration with local Michelin-starred talents. Each dish paid homage to Dutch ingredients with international flair. Guests savored delicacies such as North Sea lobster, wild asparagus with saffron beurre blanc, and a venison medallion accompanied by truffle jus. The dessert, a delicate elderflower mousse with gold leaf, concluded the feast on a sublime note. Royal dinners are never just about food, they are symbolic experiences. Every flavor, every wine pairing, including a 1997 Dutch white blend from Limburg, spoke of Dutch pride and cosmopolitan hospitality. As the dinner progressed, the Royal Concertgebouw Chamber Orchestra performed a carefully chosen repertoire. From classical Dutch compositions to modern arrangements that nodded to the countries in attendance, the music served as both entertainment and expression, a nonverbal dialogue that resonated deeply. Notably, the orchestra played Astor Piazzolla's Libertango, a subtle tribute to Queen Maxima's Argentine roots, followed by works by contemporary Dutch composer Louis Andriessen. The performance moved many to tears, particularly during a haunting string rendition of Beethoven's Ode to Joy, a hymn to unity. What made this event particularly captivating was the unspoken communication that radiated through style, setting, and symbols. Queen Maxima's choice of emeralds, traditionally associated with hope and renewal, seemed deliberate amidst a turbulent geopolitical climate. The floral arrangements, prominently featuring orange tulips, quietly celebrated the House of Orange without grandiosity. Even the guest list sent a message. It included diplomats from war-torn nations and new allies alike, seated intentionally together to promote conversation. No detail was accidental. Every element of the evening was curated with the understanding that diplomacy thrives not just in boardrooms but in ballrooms, not just in policy but in poetry. The Dutch monarchy, under King Willem-Alexander and Queen Maxima, continues to modernize the very concept of royal relevance. This gala was a prime example. While steeped in protocol and tradition, it also radiated inclusivity, progressive values, and cultural awareness. Their Majesties have frequently used such events not just to celebrate but to reflect on global interconnectedness, humanitarian crises, and the role of soft power in shaping a more compassionate world. Unlike many monarchies that rest on ritual alone, the Dutch court remains an active participant in shaping history. With Queen Maxima's tireless advocacy for financial inclusion and King Willem-Alexander's role in international water management, their reign reflects a monarchy with purpose, a sovereign partnership grounded in service. As images from the gala flooded social media and international headlines, the public response was overwhelming. Dutch citizens, proud of their royal family's global grace, celebrated the event as a triumph of unity and national prestige. International outlets praised the royal couple's sartorial elegance and their tactful diplomacy. On platforms like Twitter and Instagram, hashtags like #QueenMaxima and #RoyalGala 2025 trended throughout the evening. Style critics applauded Maxima's daring yet dignified fashion, while political analysts highlighted the event's role in soft diplomacy. As the final notes of music faded and guests began to depart, the royal palace slowly returned to silence. But the echoes of the evening, the laughter, the shared glances, the symbolic gestures, lingered in the hearts of those present. It was a night not easily forgotten. A night when the Dutch monarchy stood tall not just in regality, but in responsibility. A night that proved that grace and gravitas are not mutually exclusive, they are the pillars upon which modern royalty can thrive. And so, as the golden lights dimmed on Dam Square and the world took a collective breath of awe, one truth remained clear: the House of Orange still shines, not just with diamonds and velvet, but with dignity, diplomacy, and the quiet power of a well-lived tradition. What did you think of Queen Maxima's stunning emerald ensemble and the symbolism woven throughout this majestic gala? Do events like these still hold meaning in our modern world, or are they elegant relics of a bygone age? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more elegant royal moments and in-depth coverage of the world's most captivating monarchies.